So let's say that December 13th, 2022 rolls around, and all of a sudden, all the governments, or at least in America, we go cashless. So the next day, the cash that you have is essentially worthless. So, what from a Christian perspective and just overall perspective should I be concerned about? Well, chances are that hypothetically, if this were to happen, there will be like a grace period at which people who have cash in their wallets, cash outside of banks, that they will be given a grace period by which they can reinvest into their various accounts at their various financial institutions. Now, some people will choose not to. They will choose to keep their cash out, which won't work. I mean, if the economy becomes closed out and only available for Biden bucks, whatever you call it, on December 13th, 2022, the money that you have will be absolutely worthless. The drug trade and pretty much all criminal activities that are basically a cash type of thing will be rendered completely useless at that point. They won't be able to buy anything. You will need to be a part of the system. Now, from a Christian standpoint, the system will change, but this doesn't mean that it is the marking of the right hand and the marking in the forehead. We are looking at that time happening during the tribulation period, during the 7-year tribulation. So even if they do this thing on December 13th of this year, hypothetically, it doesn't mean that it's the mark of the beast. When it means that it's the mark of the beast is that whenever the government or the ruling body at that time tells everyone, absolutely everyone, that they, for security reasons, must get a mark in their right hand or in their forehead and they'll call it security reasons. But from the standpoint of this hypothetical, if this were to happen, and I highly have my doubts, the money that you have in your wallet, if you take all your money out in the bank, that's not going to do you any good. They will more than likely give you a grace period, everyone in America, a grace period to get their monies back into the institution. There will probably be some type of CBDC credit system that goes into effect. What that will be dependent on is up for speculation. And that's more or less what will happen. There will be riots. There will be all this stuff that goes on. People will grumble and moan. But the fact that the vast majority of Americans are used to paying for things on their phone, having their bills automatically taken out of their account, it'll affect people, but probably not to the degree that they think will happen. Again, as of recording, and this is September 14th, I believe. Let's see, 11th, 12th, 13th. Yes, September 14th, 2022. That's just a hypothetical of what could happen. If it does happen, you gotta roll with it. But Christians, if they start asking you to put a mark in your right hand or in your forehead for identification purposes, for validation purposes, refuse it. Well, that's just my thoughts. Later.